Oh, hold on. Okay. What's up, y'all? Back at it again. Give me y'all some more game. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Hey, look, that's kind of funny, but nah. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? I got the, I don't know. But you'll get what I'm doing in a little bit. But today, we're talking about anxiety. And to start off, I kind of want to address this idea that anxiety is a bad thing. I've always hated labels, right? I've always been the type of person that doesn't agree with, you know, just slapping a label on something because you see some behaviors or you see one thing, or, you know, I do understand that a judgment has to be made, but the reality is, like, people are a little bit more than, you know, the labels that you put on them. So that being said, I always avoided them, and I didn't want to address my anxiety, address any of the stuff that I was going through, simply because I felt like if I gave it any credence, or if I actually recognized it, then it would make me weak, or it would make me something. But what I started to realize is that the universal, I guess you say, rule for most people is that they have an expectation for themselves. They have a goal that they set in their minds, and it's kind of like how you respond to the I guess you say adversity to those, when you're trying to reach those goals, is kind of different in everybody. And I would not necessarily say that because somebody else's is different, or the way that they respond is different, is necessarily better, right? Like, everybody's gonna have negative responses. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like, there's not everybody's always gonna be positive about the things that happen to them in life and the things that occur while they're trying to get to where they want to go. So if anxiety affects you, bro, like, it don't make you weak. You know what I'm saying? It don't make you, like, bro, that's not how it works, right? So understand that if you're dealing with it, one, it's real. Two, it's something that can be addressed, and it doesn't make you a particular way because it's a part of your experience, bro. It just make you human, if anything. It just make you a human. Everybody has it, bro. Everybody deals with it to some degree, right? But we're gonna talk about where it comes from, and yeah. So I need to paint y'all this little picture, just this idea. I call it the wall of, like, knowing, wall of knowing. So this big wall right here, I'm on the tennis court. Y'all hadn't really caught the vibe yet. I'm on the tennis court, and while I was here, I actually was here, and then I went and bought this stuff. Like, I didn't buy this stuff to, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't think that I just got this. Like, I just had this laying around. Like, no, I'm doing all this for y'all. So I hope y'all like what I got going on. But anyways, basically, when we're born, we have an experience. We go through things. We develop passions and dreams and a bunch of other things. And essentially, those, I guess you could say, turn into goals and desires. And at some point, we decide that we know what we want. We know what we want it to look like, and we don't necessarily know how we're gonna get it, but we know what we want. We've drawn this picture in our minds, right? So with every goal, or with every desire, comes an expectation. And typically, I guess you could say the expectation can be dictated based on the person, right? Like how far back or how it's supposed to go, but that's more so what I'm talking about, is this idea that you know what you want, and to some degree, you have an expectation of how it's supposed to look, or how you want to feel, at least when you get it, right? But with all expectations and with all knowing comes doubt. And that's where anxiety comes into play. You see, a lot of times, when a person gets anxious, it's because there's a thought that goes against what they know, right? Think about it like this. You say you want to be a millionaire. And then one of your family members, right? Because it can take so many different forms. It can be in remarks, it can be questions, it can be a lot of different things. They come up to you and they say, hey, nobody in our family's ever done that before. Doubt. And then what happens is, instead of building this wall, you start doing everything you can. If you entertain, if you entertain these thoughts, you start chasing this ball around, you start chasing it, and now you kind of forgot about the mission, which is to continue adding to this wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the thoughts, oh, you're not gonna make it, you can't do it. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Oh, no, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Ah, yes, I can. And now you're just chasing this thing all around, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why do I keep having these thoughts? Why can't I just believe? Why can't I just, it's kind of useless, to be honest. But that being said, instead of building a wall, you're tearing yourself down. And that's kind of what I noticed in my life. See, I'm a Christian, and I feel like as a Christian, an added level of difficulty can be this idea that we all experience this as humans. We know what we want. If it ain't one thing, we know what we want. But when you encounter Christ, it's like you trade what you want for what he wants. I'm finna get another ball. I ain't even finna do that again, bro. Look, bro, I've been doing that all day, bro. As you can see, I ain't really no tennis player, but that being said, you trade what you want for what he wants. And the doubt goes from doubting what is around you to doubting what you know God said about you in your situation. You read the scripture and you believe what he told you will happen, and none of it looks like it's supposed to happen. None of it. What do? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to be great. God told me that things are gonna work out. Well, that ain't happening. That failed. All right, well, God told me that, you know what I'm saying? He wanted what was best for me. Well, why did I get kicked out of this? Why did I get denied from this? And all these results and all these different things just keep happening, and it feels like you fighting against yourself, still fighting against yourself. But, oh, gotta go grab this thing. One thing I realized is that you can only control two things. And that's what I always try to tell y'all. It's preparation and attitude. Because if you notice, yeah, these thoughts might be coming up against the wall, but if you do it right and you build it right and it's built on something correct, the wall ain't going nowhere. So now, if you notice, all I'm doing is getting better, because everything that I'm putting into these doubts and fears, by showing up for myself and just continually working on my stroke, working on my follow through, working and chasing this ball around and working on my stamina, it's all coming back to me, and it's gonna return itself as effort. It's gonna return itself as added skill, and it's just gonna make me better. So the real key is to use a lot of that stuff as a way to sharpen yourself. You look at Muhammad Ali, you look at Kobe, you look at some of the coolest people, a lot of times they use the doubts and the fears and the things that people said about them to go and be motivated to do more. You know what I mean? So that being said, that's how you can help. That's how you can use it to your advantage. But I think there's another way to help you get out of this loop. And the question that you have to ask, because I want to make another point, is that some of this stuff is true. So let's say you want to be a star, right? But the first thing that's going to come to your mind is, nobody likes you. You've never been popular. Doubt. Let's say you want to be a millionaire. Well, you don't have any money now. Doubt. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to get out of the loop is to ask and kill all those doubts with one question. And that, my friend, is so what? And the reality is that what I learned in life is that the easiest fights to win are when you don't fight at all. All that stuff's gonna be true. There's always gonna be some reason why you can't do what you wanna do, or you can't achieve what you know that you want. But if you don't change the fact that you want it, that you know what's true about yourself, if you don't change the fact that I mean, just you don't change who you are based on what you see. I think that's where the real magic happens. You'll win, bro. That's the overall goal, bro. Like I say, I talk about Nipsey Hussle all the time. He said, bro, I went through every emotion. I just didn't quit. I just kept going. So if you cling on to that knowing, you cling on to that desire, bro, it's gonna work out. I believe so. You know what I'm saying? For real. If you cling on to what you know God said about you, it's gonna work out, bro. For real. I promise you. And I can't even sit up here and tell you that, you know what I'm saying? I done seen it. It's culmination because I'm still a work in progress. I've had things work out. I've had, you know, things that I didn't think would work out. And that's how I know that this stuff is tested. As a matter of fact, this YouTube channel was the answers that I created or that I used to get through my times. That's what this was. These are the answers to those problems. You know what I'm saying? So when you see the titles, when you listen to my words, this is all tried and true. You know what I'm saying? That's that wall. I was building it up. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, continue to build it. Don't let any doubts, worries, fears tear it down, bro. You know what you want, bro. You know where you want to go. You know what God said about you, bro. So as long as you hold on to that, you'll prosper as your soul prospers. So that's all I got, y'all. Not yet. It's like the headband. It's like this though. Like this. Yeah, nigga, I like this shit. That shit low key hard though. It's like this. Yeah, that shit fire. That shit fire. Nigga. Yeah, nigga. That shit fire, nigga.